What's going on, NFL world? It's your boy Niner Game Podcast back here with another video. So definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. With that being said, let's get right on into it, man. Week 17 happened, man, and did some things happen. It has been craziness throughout the league. We all know this is the last week coming up, playoff push. We got a lot going on. We got a lot to talk about. So let's get right on into it, man. Week 17 came and went, and we had ourselves a bit of a blast when it came to all of the games that happened. So we'll start off with the Thursday night games. Everything happened on Christmas Day. Hopefully everybody had a great Christmas, and hopefully you have a happy New Year. Be safe on the New Year's. I know some people go out, have a couple drinks or whatnot, but please be safe. Uber, Lyft, wherever you need to go, or if you're going to drink, kind of stay put wherever you are. Make sure you're in a safe space so nobody's doing anything crazy to you while you're out there trying to just have a good time and bring the New Year in. But as I did state, we had some games on Christmas Day. So Cowboys versus the Commanders, 30-23. Kind of expected a blowout from the Cowboys, but not necessarily one, because strictly based on the fact of what exactly happened. The Cowboys only won by 7 points. Both teams scored in every single quarter. But at the end of the day, the Cowboys just scored a little bit more. So Dak Prescott, 19-37, 307 yards, 2 TDs, no interceptions. He was sacked 6 times. And that tells me that you got to look at the record. They're 4-12. But that tells me that they've definitely got some offensive line issues, and they got to get that taken care of because you should not have your quarterback getting sacked 6 damn times. You flip over to the other side. They didn't went and pulled Josh Johnson out of the archives and put him in to start because they didn't want to put Jaden Daniels in. And I don't follow Washington so much. So I don't know what's going on with Marcus Mariota, why he wasn't able to do it. But Josh Johnson, 15-23, 198 yards, no TDs, no interceptions. He was sacked once. So you got Malik Davis carrying the rock, 20 carries, 103 yards. Javonte Williams had the 1 rushing TD. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. His name is really hard to say at times because it's, I don't know. But 11 carries, 105 yards, 2 TDs. It's definitely not bad. Both teams got over 100 yards rushing. Then you come in, you take a look at the sacks. For the Cowboys, there was Jadeveon Clowney with 1.5 and Reddy Stewart with the other half a sack. And then you come over and you look at the Commanders, Jerzon Newton, you know what I'm saying? He had 3 sacks. Ricky Barber had 1. Von Miller had 1. And then Bobby Wagner and Preston Smith combined for that 6th sack. You take a look at the kicking. Both kickers were 100% outside. Well, Jake Moody was 100% on his kicks, but Brandon Aubrey, he wound up missing 1. Either way, that just would have pushed it to a 10-point win instead of a 7-point win. But I mean, hey, Cowboys get the win. Doesn't make a difference. This game didn't really matter, strictly based on the fact that neither team is fighting for a playoff spot. But Cowboys get the dub. Pushes them a little closer to 500. They can get there if they, win this last game. They'll be all right, only because they had that tie there. For the Commanders, I mean, hey, it's just been a bad season. Jaden Daniels came out, lit the league on fire, went straight to the NFC Championship game. And this year, it was just an injury-riddled season for him. They weren't able to get things going on offense. And it just, unfortunately, he's taking a step back. But hopefully next year for the Commanders will be a little bit better. Then you have the Lions and the Vikings. This game did mean something, especially to the Lions, strictly based on the fact that the Lions needed to win this game to stay alive in the race for the playoffs. Now, they unfortunately took this L 23-10, so that eliminated them from the playoffs. So now I don't think in the last week you're going to see much of anybody really playing for the Lions. They'll probably just put out, their backups and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's a prime opportunity for those backups to show something in an NFL game. Like, you have to think about it like that. This is my opportunity to move myself up the pecking order if I'm a third stringer, or, if they just called me up off the practice squad to say I could do, I can play this game, because it doesn't really mean anything and they don't want to hurt the starters or possibly get someone hurt. You take the advantage of that opportunity if that's what you're going to do. For the Minnesota Vikings, hey, push them to 8-8. Got them just at 500. Both teams are now at 500, and both teams would like to finish above 500. But we'll see what happens. Max Brosmer, 9 of 16, 51 yards. That's pretty pathetic as far as that goes. But Jordan Addison and Aaron Jones were running the rock. Both of them had touchdowns. You come over, you look at Jahmyr Gibbs. He did not have a good day. 17 carries, 41 yards, and 2.4 yards a carry. And then only 8 was his longest run, which is very, very rare. Jahmyr Gibbs' longest runs usually wind up 20 yards and above, definitely in 8. But then you look at the receiving, both teams, neither team did really did much. Tesla had the touchdown for the Detroit Lions, and the Lions didn't score in the first quarter, third quarter. But that just is a testament to Brian Flores' defense. Brian Flores is known for his defensive prowess. He's known to do things really, really great, and that's what he would like to continue to do, and he has been. What's going on, TD? Oh, snap. If you on there, man, look, we just talked about the week of the NFL, buddy. We'll definitely get you there. Give me a sec. I'm going to get at you on Facebook because the Twitter thing has been tripping with this stupid passcode stuff. I don't know what the heck is going on, but it keeps telling you to enter a passcode and reset it and do all this other stuff. I don't know what the heck the problem is, but I've tried it and it never works. So at this point, if y'all want to get at me on Facebook Messenger, because that's the only way I can communicate with anyone, because it doesn't allow me to do anything there. Yep, I got you right there, TD. Give me just a second. But it's basically a situation where the Minnesota Vikings came out and played, and they've been doing very, very well. What's going on, Jet? But this is just craziness, honestly, when it comes down to it. When you take a look at, the Lions and the season and everything that they went through, and they were definitely looking to make themselves a statement there as far as that's concerned. But it didn't. It just didn't go that way, man. When you don't score in the first, you don't score in the third. And you let the Minnesota Vikings come out and score just about every quarter except for the second, you see what happens. There's 3 fumbles by Jared Goff. All 3 were lost. Jahmyr Gibbs, there are 4 fumbles in total. So the turnover battle was just bad. And that's what happens. You wind up losing that because that's basically what it is. Hey, man, you do it, you don't, you don't. But when it comes down to it, you take a look at it, man. Jake Bates was 100% on his kicking, and so was Will Reichert. But, hey, Minnesota came out. They wanted that win. They went after it. They got it. They put themselves at 8-8, so it doesn't look so bad going into next year. And hopefully J.J. McCarthy can make himself some improvements and just keep getting better when it comes down to it as far as that's concerned. Then we're going to move on to the Broncos and the Chiefs. This game didn't really have a lot of meaning per se because the Chiefs are eliminated from the playoffs, which the Lord has shined down upon me and answered my prayers. I did not want them in the playoffs, and I'm glad that they wound up not being in the playoffs, and they won't be in the playoffs next year. Everyone who continuously thinks that Patrick Mahomes is going to, just randomly, just magically heal and everything is going to be great, no, it's not going to happen. I don't think that Patrick Mahomes is going to be ready for the season. They say it's a 9-month recovery. The only thing that was alarming to me about this situation, and I will say this, and it's just because I am a little confused, is how quickly he got the surgery. Setting up a surgery for anything takes time. You know what I'm saying? If I had to use an analogy here, my wife had her tonsils removed. That took time to set up. It wasn't just, hey, I got to get my tonsils removed. You just walk in the office and they do it. It took time. It was like, hey, we need to find the people. We need to make sure that this is in network. We need to go here, there. We need to do this. Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL and the next day had surgery. I find that appalling because I'm like, how are you? Who did you have on speed dial that's just sitting around going, wait till Pat calls for an ACL surgery? That's confusing to me. I've never seen anything like that. You know what I mean? But really quick, coming to the stage is a man that I admire. This is a man who is blessed by God. He has an anointing upon him. I aspire to be as calm and as patient as he is. I'm working on it. I ain't perfect, but I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to bring my man to the stage. And this is a dude. Listen to me, people. If you ever need prayer, this is a dude to call on, man. There's something about him, man. He truthfully is a real blessing. I look at him as like a big brother, you know what I'm saying, possibly an uncle. My man Teradome is in the building. What's going on, good brother?
After that arousing introduction, I have a lot to live up to. Ladies and gentlemen, this young man is bad as the Bad Boys back in the original movie with Sean Penn. That was the original Bad Boys.
Yes,
when
yes, sir.
When he had the cans in there, and dude, Tweety, and Viking. Anyway, my main man, Dion, I'm crazy about you. Love you, man. Hey, things is coming around, brother.
Hey, look, they are coming. Hey, look, man. What they say, she be coming around the mountain when she comes.
Yeah, hey. Some stuff happening now, here, boy.
Sidebar really quick for you. There's something in the back that I'm looking at right now.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna just do this.
It's all about
I'm just gonna do that.
The U, baby. Yeah, I gotta go up against Ohio State. You know, they out there waiting on my boy Collie Young talking.
He Kelly running his mouth.
He probably Peachy.
Peachy. Yep.
Ain't chirping a little bit, but you know, I got some ballers out there. But I'm gonna see what's up.
I will tell you this. Me personally, if it's me and I'm watching that game, I'd rather the U take it. I just want somebody to shut Ohio State fans up.
Ohio State
fans are like Patriots fans when Brady was there. They just couldn't stop talking. And they just feel like they're just, they're above people. Like if you say, oh, it's just the Buckeyes, they're like, no, the
Ohio State. They make you change the pronunciation and stuff
to accommodate some little weird feeling you got in your body. You're gonna live through it, okay? It's gonna be Ohio State. That is what it's called, okay?
I know. It's the Ohio State University.
You're repping a tree.
It's the Ohio State University. I'm like,
you're repping with them. That's my thing. You're repping a tree here, people.
Yeah, it's a Buckeye. It's a Buckeye.
What are we doing?
Yeah. I got to get with him now.
Okay, put it like this. Do you know what a tree can do? It can just be a tree. That's what it is. We can chop it, we paper, turn it into a house, whatever. But you know what a hurricane does?
Knocks down trees.
Obliterate the whole thing. Anything you've done with that tree, the hurricane will demolish. It come through there and boom, it's done.
I'm coming with that rain to loosen the soil a little bit, and then I'm coming with that wind.
Yes, sir.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, we just
recap. Back in the day, 03, them punks came out with them referees helped them out so bad. Oh, y'all, that team was so low. Look back at that Miami team in 03. And these fools, the game was over, bro. The game was over. We was on there celebrating. The confetti was falling and everything, and the referee dropped a piece of laundry out.
Oh, man.
And now they got
in the whole thing.
I said,
Well, see, for me, when I was young and I was watching football, there were certain colleges that just were, the talk of the land. When I was young and I was watching college football, that was the Notre Dames, that was the USCs, that was the U, that was Florida State. It was those teams. Honestly, when I was watching football, and I'm talking about from I want to say 90 to 2000, That's where I kind of like really honed in on
right
watching college football and knowing and understand. In that era, those were the teams. Alabama wasn't even a thought. Nobody's even talking about Alabama. At least from my
they had some lean years with Gene Stallings
and wasn't great. Now Nick Saban went ahead and showed on up.
Oh yeah, it was
like change.
Everybody had to shut up for a minute.
Yeah, you had to be real quiet because he came through there like a freight train. You know what old Miley say?
Through there when old Nick Saban was there.
She came through, but we just recapping the week, man. I'm gonna definitely. I talked about a couple games real quick, but I'd like to get your thoughts on that. This Cowboys and Commanders game, which was definitely pretty hilarious to me. But the Cowboys got the dub, man. You know, they won, they did their thing, but you know, it wasn't much.
The Cowboys gonna put up 30 on you, man. Offensive production with Dak and Pickens and CD, man. Hey, I gotta give it up. They came with it offensively this year. But the Commanders was hurting, man. You know, they ain't got much of nothing.
6 sacks though, TD. 6 sacks.
They were coming.
Were allowed by the Cowboys offensive line.
They were coming. Commanders, man, they were gonna try. You throw the records out on this. I seen man, it was back. I think I want to say 89. I was in high school, 89. And most of my family, this is the makeup of 95% of my family, Cowboy fans and Washington fans, being from Richmond.
There you go.
The Cowboys didn't win a single game the whole year, but they mustered up one win. And they had to beat them Washington. They were in the Redskins.
Yeah.
And they were satisfied with it, man. They were like, I don't care if we lose every game. We got to beat them.
When was it? We had a year. I want to say it was in like between 2000 and 2010, somewhere. Probably more towards 2010. We were just having a bad year, man. Yeah. It was just ugly. And I was sitting there saying, if we could just beat the Seahawks twice, that'll make my year.
That'll be all right.
That's all I need. And we did it. We didn't win many games that year, but we beat them. So I was that's all.
And that's how I be with your rivals. Yeah, man. I don't care what y'all do. You gotta beat them.
These games, people, you must understand, divisional games are different.
Divisional games be different.
I will give you the perfect example. The Raiders are one of the worst teams in the National Football League. They have been for a very long time. The last time the Raiders won a Super Bowl, John Madden was their head coach.
Well, no. It was actually Flores. Flores back in 83, they beat them Redskins. Redskins was favored by 17 points.
Right. Yeah. There was like a whole expose on that dude, too.
Marcus, they called it Marcus Allen running with the night. Boy, Marcus Allen came out there, boy. He reversed field on him. And he ran that. I remember my uncles went down there and snuck in the Super Bowl. Uncle Charles. Hey, the statute of limitations over.
Hey, you get in.
They went in there. I'll tell you about his elaborate scheme, how he got in there with Moto and his boys. But yeah, man, they drove all night to get down to Tampa. They said we go in the Super Bowl, and
I already told Brandon he gonna have to make space. If we go to the Super Bowl, I will be in the Bay Area for that Super Bowl. I ain't going. Because I ain't got that kind of money. I don't know how to sneak in this.
Well, it's different now. Security different now.
Yeah, like
back then, before September 11th.
You could get in a lot.
You could get in. You could get in.
It was very lax.
Yes.
It was definitely very lax.
Yeah.
But for me, because I told us that, look, man, I got to be there. Because could you imagine? Like, this is what I was saying. I'm gonna take this down for just a second. Where's my little thing at? Let me stop. Let me say something to you people. I make fun of the Rams fans. And I make fun of their worthless parade that they had. Because there was nobody there. No. Let me explain something to you. COVID no COVID, you would not stop the Bay Area from turning up if the Niners won a Super Bowl. There would be no way.
It'd be people be well.
As a matter of fact, the Golden Gate Bridge, I would be worried about the weight it could hold from how many people are going to be outside.
Let me drop this on you. They did a study after COVID-19, and they said it is a good thing that Kansas City beat the 49ers in that Super Bowl in 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
Because they said if San Francisco would have won, and with the COVID, it was in the incubation stage right there.
Yeah. Oh no, it would explode.
They said it would have been at least 1 million people in the Bay Area. Oh, yeah. And that would have caused a super spreader to no end. They said that would have been catastrophic for the United States if the 49ers would have won that Super Bowl. They said it would have been so crazy and so sick, given the time, given where it was, and and they just didn't know then, man. That thing was just tearing stuff up, and they just didn't know anything. But we have a heavy Asian population. When that thing started in Wuhan, it would have came to San Francisco in the Northern California area, and I would have been right out there, man.
Look, I'm telling you, look, let me, and the reason that I state this is because we travel so well as a fan base. We travel. Look, when I went to that game versus the Cardinals, for most of the time when I go to the game versus the Cardinals, I kind of get there, mingle a little bit, and then just get right into the game because that's where I want to go. This past game, I went and found out my middle daughter was going. I didn't even know she went to the game. My kids don't really care for sports like that, But it was just funny because she's born in California, but she's born and bred Arizona. You know what I mean? Like you're born in one place, but you grow up, you live your life elsewhere. We were only in California until she was about maybe 4 or 5. So then we came to AZ. So this really her home. So she came in and she had a jersey. She had a Cardinal jersey. And I had it in my trunk. And I forgot that I had it in my trunk. So I had to walk around the whole time until she gets there so I could give her jersey so she could put one on. And I told her, I was like, look, I could put this in the trash and get you a Niner jersey and it'll be fine. And she's like, no, Dad, I spent money on that. I'm like, but why would you spend money on garbage? You don't do that. I've taught you better than that. You don't need to spend money on things that aren't going to get you anywhere. He about as tall as you. Because she had a Kyler Murray jersey.
Kyler Murray.
So I'm sitting there, I'm like, you
can play Fortnite.
I said, now look, if you meet Kyler Murray, look, I'm not opposed to you talking to and or dating. The man has more than enough means to be able to take very good care of you. Believe me, they wasted a lot of money on that young man.
Oh, he got paper.
He got the paper. But
he got the paper.
You know what I'm saying? The thing is when I went to that parking lot and was hanging out with some of my cats who were tailgating, there were chapters from almost, I want to say, everything from the Midwest line. There were chapters of 49er fans all over the place.
Yeah, we pack it out. It out.
If we win this year, it's going to be the turn up is going to be insane.
Don't nobody want the only people that can compare. You had to have won a Super Bowl or be so hungry. Maybe Buffalo or New England could compete, and it's be over.
I'll say this,
but they would have to be a storied franchise with a following like nobody else.
Buffalo
to come into San Francisco.
Here's the thing. It'd be Bills Mafia that would be the
Bills
team
Mafia,
that would rival what we would do.
that
They really do love their team. I can
they
tell you
do.
this. I
They
don't
do.
know.
They're
I don't know
great,
what the
great fans.
whole baby and breaking the table thing is about. I don't understand that. But
They
I've
started
seen that.
watching wrestling, man.
Yeah,
It
I've
was an
seen it
old
on
wrestling,
Jersey
and it
Kids.
just caught
They'll
on.
take them and lay them down slow and just snap the little table, and it's like they're
They
baptized in the Bills Mafia. So I don't know.
man.
You
They
know, we don't do
real.
that. We just put
They
90 on
real
our
fans.
babies.
That's
That's
a
what we
real
do. We just
football
put,
town.
yeah,
That's all they got. You know, that they don't have a Golden State Warriors. They don't have San Francisco Giants. They don't have a LA Dodgers.
All they have is Bills.
You know, a football team, a college football team. It's all about.
Oh no, they got hockey. They got the Sabres. They got Buffalo Sabres, but they don't really do much of anything.
That ain't, you know,
that ain't Bills Mafia.
It ain't been to that national level of the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
You know.
But getting back to these games really quick.
Yeah, bro.
We could definitely go on for days. The next game that was up on the docket was the Lions and the Vikings. And I know this made Niner fans a little happy because the Lions are out of the playoffs. But this was a rough go for them, just this whole game. I actually watched some of it. It was not the easiest thing. The Vikings, Brian Flores, better respect that man.
Oh, yeah. But
that dude's defenses are serious.
Here's my beef with the Vikings. Every time this year I picked them, they lost. And then when I picked against them,
it's like that sometimes. I do my game picks, and I be sitting here. I be like, "Look, I'm riding with this team.
I'm going with y'all this week." You know, and then they're like, "Man," it's like they look at the show and say, "Hey, hey, he pulling for us this week. Let's screw him."
we ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna do him no favors.
Yeah,
but the thing with the Vikings is JJ McCarthy really the guy? He had a couple of cool little games, but I didn't see anything on him that said like that's the dude. Like something just there's something's missing.
Dion, they seem to think so. They seem to think so. When they sent Sam Darnold away from there after that good year, granted his last 2 games were sus. You know, he tailed off. But
I think they sent Sam Darnold away only because of that just implosion in the playoffs. Like you can't fold like that, bro. If you'd have made it competitive, they probably would have gave him a deal. He'd have been fine, but nah, bro, you can't implode like that. That was ugly.
It was pretty bad, but they sent a deliberate and very overt message when they sent Sam Darnold away from there. They believe in
JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, they think he's that, and they see him at Pride. So I'm gonna have to believe in their eyes because they see him every day. So
yeah, I guess so. So we got the Chiefs and the Broncos. Now, everybody, me and TD are obviously extremely happy. Number one, the Chiefs lost another game. Number two, they're out of the playoffs.
Yes,
they're out of nowhere.
Yes,
there's no reason. There's no
good.
Let me shut this because these people it's loud as all get out. But Broncos get the dub 20-13. Looks like they scored in every quarter. Kansas City just didn't score in the first. And Kansas City has actually been going through quarterback issue after quarterback issue. I think Mahomes tore his ACL, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Minshew tear his?
I didn't know if Minshew did.
Let me see real quick because let me see.
Gardner Minshew. They got Chris Ocodon as the guy.
I'm looking at it right now. Hold on. Yep. Gardner Minshew avoided a torn ACL, but is dealing with the knee injury that will require him to miss some time. So he didn't tear his ACL, but he did wind up having a really bad knee injury. So that tells you what it is. When you take a look at this game, of course, neither quarterback was over the top. Bo Nix is extremely pedestrian, 182, 1 TD, 1 interception. RJ Harvey didn't even run really, very hard. Same thing with the Chiefs. Like, this was just a pretty lax and boring game. But for me, number one thing is Chiefs lost. That's all I care about.
I love
have
it.
no quarrels or qualms. Whenever the Chiefs lose,
Yep.
it brightens my day. It makes me smile.
It's celebrate.
The only thing that make me smile harder than Chiefs loss is looking at my wife smile, because her smile is gorgeous.
Hey man, that boy, he slid that one in. That's what.
Oh yeah, no, she know that. She know that's why.
Veteran move.
She knows exactly why I started talking to her. She smiled at me. Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. First, she said she was from LA, and she said it, and I didn't see who said it, so I had to turn around and make sure my presence was known, because I am born and bred in Los Angeles, California.
California,
bulldogging like the Georgetown Hornets in LA. So I was like, huh. And she was like, I'm from LA. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And then come to find out we had so much more in common. But this game, I didn't know which way it was gonna go, but I rolled with the Texans because their defense is just
man.
Hey,
they on a historic pace.
In way I don't know.
I
don't know if he's putting himself in Aziz's head. I don't know what's happening, but DeMeco Ryans has that Texas defense falling out of control.
You don't want it.
After we finish with these games, we're gonna talk about some playoffs real quick.
I think they averaging 15 a game. They're on a historic run, bro. That's very good territory.
AFC, you better pay attention now.
Yeah,
Houston is not playing this year. DeMeco is really, really with it. And here's the thing, on a side note, this is the year for any AFC quarterback to go in there and say, I don't have number 15 in my way. I got a clear path where I want to go.
Open door. It's open for you to take it. It's open for you to take it. The first one through the door should be Josh.
It should be Josh.
Yes. It should be. But
we don't know.
He really disappointed me at the end of that game. We'll get to it, but hey.
But the Texans beat the Chargers 20-16. Looks like Texas scored in every quarter except for the second. Chargers scored in every quarter except for the first. CJ Stroud, 244 yards, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions. Justin Herbert, 236 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. He was sacked 5 times, and that's because he don't have no left and or right tackle. The only other team in the league that goes through as many injuries as the 49ers is the Los Angeles Chargers. Only other team. I don't know what happens and what goes on with both of our teams, but we need to figure this out ASAP, because the Chargers, every single year, they are injury riddled. It happens to them on a consistent basis. I know, told you, one of my best friends, shout out AC, is a Charger fan, been a Charger fan since I've known him. And every single year, it continually plagues them just like it plagues us. And then, when it comes to the Texans, hey man, last year wasn't necessarily the best year, but this year they have been balling, and that defense is real. AFC be on notice, because and I think the Texans are on a streak right now. I'm sure they done won a couple games.
They done won about 9 in a row, bro.
Yeah, I think so. Let me take a look real quick. Woo!
Yeah, you see them dubs?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're on an 8-game winning streak.
Yeah, man.
They're gonna beat the Colts. They definitely gonna beat the Colts.
They ain't playing around.
So that'll be a 9-game winning streak headed into the playoffs.
They real. Y'all better get them.
You can't be mad at them. So get the Texans they props. You know what I'm saying? They go in, they get their dub. And they're doing their thing. Ravens versus the Packers. Ravens get the dub. Now, this was a battle of backups. This was Snoop Huntley versus Malik Willis. This game.
I'm hearing people are preferring Huntley to. It's a couple of rumblings out there. It's a couple of rumblings. Just putting it in your head.
I'm going to say this. This next game coming up is for the division. Well, actually, you know what? I'll save that to the end because we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But Ravens went in there. They beat up on the Packers. Like I said, this was a battle of the backups, and this is insane. Now, look at the scoring and look at where the explosion happened. So the Ravens scored in every quarter except for the third. The Packers scored in every quarter except for the fourth. In the second quarter, it was 20 dang points by the Ravens. 20.
They look at Derrick Henry's numbers, man.
Oh my goodness. And here's the thing.
This
is what it is about. Look at that number. 36 times he ran the rock. Feed the man. He's built for it. If there was ever a workhorse quarterback or workhorse running back in the league,
is Derrick Henry.
He can handle the load. You look what happened. 36 rushes, 216 yards. He had 4 touchdowns. Why would you go away from this game plan? It's working.
See, and that's why they prefer Hundley, because they feel like the coaching. I think it's Greg Norman up there. They like they let Henry be the focus and not try to make Lamar MVP, throwing the ball, doing all types of stuff like that. Just, you got your horse, ride the horse, dude. Ride the horse.
Hey, and that's the whole point of it, man. But when you look at it, 36 carries to 20 throws, and he was 16-20. That's perfect. I don't need you to be. That's fine. You missed 4 throws. I don't care. You gave me,
1 or 2 or 3 of them were probably throwaways.
You gave me a touchdown. You only got sacked 1 time. I'm fine with this.
Get it out your hands.
Put like this. If this is us, and that's CMC's numbers, and that's Brock Purdy's numbers, you ain't got no complaints out of Dion.
I'm good. I know, I know we probably won it.
He didn't throw the ball, and he didn't do this, and he didn't do that.
Christian
McCaffrey was going ape shit. What do I need? Why do I need to be worried about what Brock Purdy is doing?
I ain't here to impress you, man. This is December and January football. You better be running that rock, dude.
I'm telling you. So you come over, you look at the you look at the Packers, and you got 288 yards, 1 TD. He was only sacked once. He led the team in rushing with 9 carries for 60 yards. This, however, is not good. Josh Jacobs with only 4 carries and 3 yards. Yeah. I had a Packer fan come in on one of my streams. He let me know that offensive line is something they got to work on. Because that's bad. That's real bad. Now, Christian Watson wouldn't have himself a game for you fantasy lovers. 5 catches, 113 in the tutty. You ain't mad at that. Now, if you have Zay Flowers, you only have because he scored a touchdown because he only had 4 catches for 30 yards. So he ain't really do much. And this game is so far of a blowout, it wouldn't make a difference. But I've been focusing on kicking this year and whether kickers are doing good. Both of these kickers were 100%. Neither kicker could have done any better. It kind of was what it was on that one. But what did you think about this game, man? I mean, I see that. I just see a blowout, and that it is what it is.
Given it was in Green Bay, I thought that Green Bay could put something together. They both got hurt QBs, but hey, man, the Baltimore Ravens discovered, hey, we got a big old moose in the back. Let's let the moose run loose. This is your result.
Yeah. The next game we got up on the docket here is the Bengals and the Cardinals. Now, I already knew the Bengals were going to win this game. We all understood that. There was no hope for the Cardinals to even fathom the thought of winning a game here. So the Bengals moved to 6-10, while the Cardinals moved to 3-13. I think they're in the top 2 or 3 when it comes to picking next year. So we'll see what happens with them. They'll definitely be drafting a quarterback because I got all of the rummies I've heard, and I live here in Arizona.
Yeah, you did.
They're out on Kyler Murray. They're done. The experiment's over. They don't want it. Now, if he does randomly,
when they say that term, when they give you that term, mathematically eliminated, Shannon Sharp and Ocho, man, shout out to them. Shannon Sharp said, man, them boys start packing up. Your locker you start bringing boxes, you start moving stuff, you tell your girl and stuff, hey, yeah, we're going to meet in Cabo. Hey, you start booking travel agents, people start checking out, man.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm sorry. If I'm a Cardinal player, I book vacations and everything already. I'm checked out. I'm only on the field because I want to get my game check.
Yep.
That's about the only reason I'm here. I ain't here for nothing else. I ain't about to try hard. I ain't doing nothing crazy. I will come back next year and try to figure it out. But that's all I
try
can
not to get injured and just keep it moving.
But here's the thing. Now, my guy went off. Michael Wilson, 5 catches, 89 yards. I like that guy. So we have receivers in the NFC West that to other teams may be sleepers. Michael Wilson is one of them. Michael Wilson quietly balls out every damn year.
I do. Yeah. We have to respect. I noticed when we play him, I check that film out. He's always going to give you a couple of catches that are pivotal. He moves the sticks and he gets open. They just might not find him, and they prefer Marvin, but he's solid. Solid guy.
I like Michael Wilson.
That's my definition of a solid guy.
Yeah, that dude, he week in, week out, you ain't got to worry about him. You know he's going to give you production. He's going to do what he do. You see Jamar Chase with a couple catches, a couple TDs. You know what I'm saying? Joe Burrow, he was 24, 31, 305 and 2 touchdowns. He was sacked 3 times. Jacoby Brissett was sacked 4 times. You know what I'm saying? You see how things work. Looks like he was passing the ball to anybody that would catch it. There's a lot of people
he was
target here. He was just throwing the rock around. He was out there playing backyard football. And going against his defense, I kind of understand it. Couple of sacks here and there. You got 3. So you got Zaven Collins. And
Collins is nice.
The timeless agent is Calais Campbell.
Calais, man, he started off on a tear, man. He ain't
that
playing.
Dude
he like 30. Is he 37? 30?
Yeah, he's mid-30s. Guaranteed mid-30s.
He discovered the fountain of youth early in the year. I know that first couple games we played him, I was looking at him like, hey, get ahead on this dude. This dude don't feel.
Still that dude. And then when you look at the Bengals defense, you got Miles Murphy, Cedric Johnson, TJ Slayton, and Shamar Stewart. They all had sacks. Kicking looked to be 100% on both sides of the ball, but I mean, we just kind of knew what this was. Bengals versus the Steelers. We already knew how that worked. Now this game did surprise me.
Browns and Steelers.
I didn't think the Steelers was going to win. I thought Steelers would win this game.
I did too.
But hey, the absence of DK Metcalf is real.
That boy done cost him this game, bruh. Don't be surprised. He might cost him the next one too. And it's a big showdown with them in Baltimore. That dumb move, messing with people up in the stands who don't make the money you make, who don't matter, who you going up there messing around with it. It's like fighting a girl. There's no upside to that, dude.
Yeah,
it ain't nothing good on that.
Yeah, that's not good on that's not good on your ledger, man. You waste your time, and it's from what they're saying. This fan that did this when he was in Seattle.
Yeah.
So why would you, if you know who that is? I'm avoiding that person.
It's called security. You got security at your disposal. Hey, security. See that one up there with the blue hair? Get him out of here.
Yep.
Get him out of here.
Yep. And they were at home, so you definitely know they're gonna automatically take that dude out of there.
Oh,
but it's a situation where it's your own money. I always say that. Don't mess with your own money.
Don't mess with your money.
I ain't coming out my pocket. I don't want to.
Don't eat where you crap.
Hey, there it is. Hey, Rodney Harrison said he had a separate bank account for fines because he knew he was probably gonna get a few.
He needed it.
Right. He's out there laying people out left and right. But
Rodney Harrison used to get fined.
I will never, ever, ever forget this day. The moment I saw that man on national television tell Tom Brady to pull his skirt down.
Yeah, Rodney Harrison was that dude.
He threw everybody off.
Yeah, man.
They just kind of looked like, what we supposed to say after that? Well, this game, like you just
yeah, that dude. Yeah,
that was as bad as Mike Myers standing there when Kanye was like, George Bush doesn't care about black people. Mike Myers
he's just like, okay, and we're live. Commercial break.
You know, he had to pull a Ruby Rod from Fifth Element. Commercial. You know,
Yeah.
if y'all know about that movie, it's one of the greatest sci-fi movies.
Oh man, Chris Tucker. Chris
And
Tucker.
people, and now you know who's supposed to be that. You know who that was supposed to be?
Eddie Murphy?
No, Prince.
Wow.
Ruby Rod was supposed to be Prince, but the reason why it didn't happen is because Prince wanted to choose his wardrobe, and the director told him, "No, I have an image for the character, and I already have all of the clothes made." And Prince declined because he was like, "No, if I can't make the choice, I don't want to do it." And that's where Chris Tucker came in. And a lot of people don't realize. Everybody remembers Chris Tucker from Friday. They don't remember he was in Fifth Element. They don't know he was Ruby Rod.
Fifth Element. That's really what showed me he had the chops
to do different things.
Whatever he needed, man. His best work though, Dead Presidents.
He was great in that movie. Fantastic.
Awesome. Awesome.
But this game right here, man, there wasn't a lot of scoring in any of the quarters. So Pittsburgh scored in the second, didn't score in any other quarter, and Cleveland scored in the first and the fourth. It's just back and forth. It looks like it more was a defensive battle. You know what I'm saying? Myles Garrett did not get the sack record, which broke my heart because I need him to do this. I need him to break it. You know what I'm saying? He only had one tackle.
He started out on a tear, man.
Yeah.
He was at a blistering pace. I think I thought he would shatter it.
Yep. And then we've got Shedeur Sanders, 17-23, 186, 1 TD, 2 interceptions. He was sacked twice. Aaron Rodgers threw no TDs, no interceptions. He was sacked twice. Not a lot of rushing here from either team, really. Both teams ran just about the same amount of times. But what I'm confused on is where is Quinshon Judkins? Why was he not out there? So
healthy scratch?
Maybe so. I don't know.
I didn't hear about anything being injured.
I didn't hear any injury history or anything like that. You know, when you come to the receiving, the only person who caught a touchdown was Harold Fannin Jr. Appreciate you, Harold Fannin, because you helped my fantasy out there. But there wasn't really much in this game to go on, man. It just looks like everything was crazy. So look, Chris Boswell, you know, he missed one of his field goals, but that wouldn't have done much. You know, I just would have made it a 4-point loss instead of a 7. And then Andre Schmeich, he hit all of his stuff, but this was just looks like it was just a defensive battle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Slobber knocker, AFC North.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they get down.
Yeah. Oh, Titans and the Saints. Saints go ahead and pull out another victory. Saints trying to do a show.
I was pulling for them Titans on this one, but
you know what? And I think I picked them in my game picks in the week.
Yeah, I did too.
But it was, I think, for me more so like they're coming along, and I think Tyler Show is their guy. I think that's who they're gonna roll with. He's been slowly progressing, and it's in a good way. And you can't be mad at that. That's all you want from your progression, from your quarterback, is good progression.
Yeah.
And he's 22 of 27, 333 yards, 2 TDs. He was only sacked twice. Cam Ward, 21 of 40, 251, 2 TDs. He was sacked 4 times. You know, and Aldrick Estime. I ain't never heard a name.
I ain't never heard of that dude. What do he play?
He's running back. 14 carries, 94 yards, 6.7 yards a catch, 1 TD, long of 32. Right.
He must have balled.
You better be careful.
I had never heard of that dude.
I ain't never heard that name. And then you got Tony Pollard, 18 carries, 85 yards. Chris Olave, 8 catches, 119, 1 TD. Juwan Johnson, 4 for 95. Then you see Okonkwo and Ayo Minor. They both had the touchdowns for the Tennessee Titans. Looks like
I thought Ayo Minor was going to be a 49er. They were on him hard.
Oh, they were looking at him
out of Stanford, and they were like at every pro day. They were like bringing him in for private workouts. I was like, they get ready to pick that dude.
Oh yeah, no, you look, when I did my Tennessee Titans preview for where we played them, I jokingly said, man, I think half the Titans team is from Africa. All these names, these are motherland names. These ain't regular names, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, look, bro. I don't know why they do this. And I mean, to me, it don't make no damn sense. They gonna keep riding that gravy train of the Rams as if anyone cares. I don't. It is what it is.
Yeah, them Rams took one last night, boy. That daggone Bijan. Would Bijan make his mind up, boy?
Crazy on them. And hey, look, I'll tell you this. There are times when you, as a former track runner, there are times when you see people running and you start to analyze it. Like my wife used to dance. So when she sees people dancing in her head, she's got the count, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, okay, boom, you're supposed to go here. Oop, nope, that person was off. She can tell me that. I can look at somebody when they're running and see if they're going to get caught. Bijan was not going to get caught. That man, perfect form when he ran. Oh, no, they do hate us. Yeah, they hate us, Matt Moses. That's always they hating on us. They don't like Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, the last 2 weeks, Brock Purdy has thrown two interceptions and 10 touchdowns. And they still will tell you that he's not elite.
I know, man. Tell you that it's all good.
50 reasons why he can't win a Super Bowl.
It's all good. They still won't come on my program. They know what's up.
Yeah,
they know what's up. But I heard a couple of apologies here and there. Shady McCoy, and Grant Cohen saying maybe I had this all wrong. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you the lead singer. We all know singer of ABBA.
Yeah, we all know Grant. He there for the clicks.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Everything he does. Nice reviews. He got his shtick. He's probably he's literally the only person who covers the team that I truthfully believe does not want us to win. But that's just me. Acho always ride for us.
Acho is the truth. Man, if it weren't for Acho, we wouldn't have no presence because Nick Wright and them boys, Acho and Broussard.
He rides for us. But like when you take a look at the Saints game, man, I mean, hey, you have 4 sacks. That's good for their defense. Jonah Williams, Chase Young had 1.5. The other half came from Demario Davis. Cam Jordan got him 1. Looks like half a sack between James Lynch and Jalen Harrell, and then another sack from Jeffrey Simmons, who I like a lot. Jeffrey Simmons is a really good defensive tackle. We got Charlie Smythe. He missed a kick, but it wouldn't have made a difference. And then just would have pushed the lead up, pushed it to a 11-point game versus that. And then, of course, Joey Sly, he 4-4. Then he was 100%. But at the end of the day, I mean, these are unfortunately very meaningless games. They don't have playoff implications. This one, 23-17, another divisional battle. And you see that it wasn't a beatdown because why? It's a divisional game.
Yeah.
Divisional games are hard. They're not the
the team. You see them 2 times a year. Yep. You look at all their film. You're always noticing something about them. You probably traded a couple ball players with them. And
and then you got Phillip Rivers, 17-30, 147, 1 TD, 1 interception. I mean, this is it's just telling you, man. Look, man, you brought Phil back as you hoped there might have been a little gas left in the tank, and you realize you got a car that was just above E. But definitely these games are definitely really good. You know what I mean? When we're taking a look at this game, though, you see Trevor Lawrence, 23-37, 263 yards. He didn't have a TD. He just had an interception. Travis Etienne, 17 rushes, 76 yards, not bad. Jonathan Taylor, 21 carries, 70 yards in the TD. Tyler Warren, he did his thing. Only touchdown pass was to Mo Alley Cox. No touchdown passes here. Trevor Lawrence had both rushing touchdowns for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacoby Myers had lost a fumble. Ebby Khan recovered it. When you take a look at the sacks, Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker, those 2 dudes had the sacks, and then the only sacks came from the Colts were Laiatu Latu, and we're going to call him AA, number 95 for the Colts. He had that. The interception was from Jermaine Pratt, and then you had the other 2. Was Antonio Johnson and Jared Jones for the Jags. And then as far as the kicking, both kickers, 100%, man, 100%. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with them. They're good. But this game, once again, divisional game, not as easy as everybody would have thought. And they're only just a touchdown away from each other. A literal touchdown. They don't even need
Yeah.
Because, for all those out there that are watching and don't understand football, when we say, we want 7, we have to get the touchdown and the extra point, because you only get 6 for the actual touchdown. You don't get 7. You get 6, you get the extra point. The extra point is that 1 point that gives you the 7. You know what I'm saying? If you get a safety, that's 2 points. You know what I mean? If you block a field goal to running back, that's 2 points. You know what I'm saying? And if you block an extra point running back, that's 2 points. If you block a field goal running back, that's a touchdown. But there's different levels to this, man. This was definitely a nice little divisional game.
And you can get 1 point by forfeit. If you forfeit a game, you can get 1 point.
And then Jacksonville, hey man, 12-4. They are balling. Trevor Lawrence is becoming the quarterback that everybody thought that he was when they drafted him. So you can't be mad at that. Things are looking up for him, man. 12-4, running away with the division. Ain't got no issues there.
Lawrence got all the tools, man. It's just up to him. Coach staff to put it together.
Now, this game right here is a heartbreaker, because the Bucs needed they needed this game. Of all games to lose, you can't lose this one. The only thing that helped them out was that the Panthers lost too.
Dion, I said on my show, and I told everybody before, there are 2 American cities where young men get upset in the end of the year.
Yeah.
Miami and Atlanta.
Yeah.
I don't know everything that goes on. I'm not here to indict anybody, but I've been to both of those cities, and they have distractions.
Yeah.
They have distractions.
And Atlanta, for a heterosexual male, you got a lot of distractions.
Yeah,
because there's not many of them down there.
I just see a lot that happens.
You see things that go on.
Yeah.
But either way, Baker Mayfield, 33 of 44, 346 yards, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions. Quinn Ewers, 14 to 22, 172, 2 TDs. Hey, Achane, 18 carries, 83 yards. I mean,
that's a formula.
Okay.
That's the formula. Baker started off like hotcakes early.
Mm-hmm.
But it calmed down a little bit.
The leading receiver was Theo Wease Jr. And he only had 1 catch that was a 63-yard touchdown. I don't even know who that is.
I don't know who Weeze is either. It sounds like what George called his wife.
Wheezy. Yeah, he called her Wheezy. Jalen Waddle had no catches and only 1 target. So I think what they were doing in this game was they said, look, man, season over with. We ain't out here trying to do nothing crazy. Let's just put in whoever going to be able to get put in and see what we get. And I mean, hey, they got to win over the Bucs. The unfortunate thing for the Bucs is now this puts you in a divisional battle for your division. The Bucs are literally trying to sew up the number 4 spot.
Is them in Carolina?
Them in Carolina. They're fighting for the 4th spot. So, I mean, this game you wanted to win because it would have made things easier on you. You wouldn't have had to stress. You know what I'm saying? And losing by just a field goal is probably got to be the worst thing in the world. Matter of fact, let me double check. See? Kickers matter.
Yep.
Kickers matter.
And I think they were favored by 3, won't it?
If you could have just made that field goal,
changes everything. You're in the overtime.
In OT, you got a chance to win. There's a lot.
But that kicker, you need him. All right. Oh, Dion, it seems like I'm on and you're not.
My bad, brother.
There you go. Okay.
Hit the wrong button on that one.
I said, all right, let me get my show together here.
Right, get started on this one. But we got the Patriots and the Jets, and this I don't even think we really need to talk about this game. It was 42-10. It was just a complete dismantling of the.
They talking about firing my boy, man, and he been up against it. Aaron Glenn, I love Aaron Glenn, man.
Let me say this,
another brother, but
Aaron Glenn should not be fired because he walked into a team that had nothing. You can't give him nothing and then expect him to turn around and make it something. I'm sorry. There are times, okay, but like this. If that's the case, and they should have fired Kyle Shanahan after his first year here. We set a record for losing games by 3 points or less that year. When he first got here, he only was 6-10.
A dude need 3 years, Dion.
You gotta have that.
You need 3 years. Now it can happen. You can overnight that thing and come up with something great like the great Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson's having a hell of a year. You could turn around and I seen Jim Harbaugh turn that thing around worse at first. But usually, man, you got to give a man 3 years to get his culture going, his regime going, get his draft choices going, bring in his staff. You know,
I would. If I was a head coach, I would tell them I need a guaranteed 3-year deal. Yeah, meaning you will not fire me before that time frame is up. If I don't have us in the proper direction after 3 years, you go right ahead and do whatever you want. But you got to give me the time. I got to build this team. I got to build the defense. I got to build the offense. I got to build the special teams. I got to make sure the right players are in place. They're not going to be superstars everywhere, but I need a superstar at each position to do something. Put it like this. On our offensive line, we don't have Pro Bowlers. We have Trent Williams, though. Yeah. That's one guy. At our quarterback position, Brock Purdy is an elite guy. He does very good things. At our running back position, we have Christian McCaffrey. You know what I'm saying? At our wide receiver position, right now, it's open and everybody is working and doing what they're doing. But right now, if you have to say anybody who's number one, it's Juwan Jennings. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, tight end, we have Kittle. Linebacker, we have Warner. Defensive line, we have Bosa. Like you stack a star in different places so that everybody learns and understands things. And you got to do it that way. You have to stagger them because too many stars means there's a lot of money being paid out. And unfortunately, this ain't the MLB where we don't have a salary cap. We do. So we have to manage that money properly.
Oh, the Dodgers don't worry about that.
We don't have that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
I just be like, we ain't worried about nothing.
We ain't worried about that. How much does it cost? I forgot.
That's in my ashtray. Get that little change out there.
Yeah, that little change right there. Go get it because that's about all it's about. But Patriots Jets was just a straight beat down. This was a blowout. I'm not gonna talk about a game that don't even make no sense. 42-10, Jets just look horrible. Then you got the Seahawks and the Panthers. This is where I really needed the Panthers to shine because I wanted.
I know, man. I had Carolina in that one. They're a different team at home. When you get them down here in Carolina, they the deal. But when they had those two back-to-back turnovers, but they went in there until the third quarter. Those 14 points in the third. That's what got them. Those were two turnovers. You gave them short fields, and you ain't gonna beat anybody like that.
Yep. And then you got Sam Darnold. Very pedestrian numbers: 147, 1 TD, 1 interception, was sacked 3 times. Okay, so these things lucked out. And then of course, once again, shout out to UCLA baby, Zach Charbonnet. I'm telling you right now, the boy last name sounds like a fine wine.
I know, man.
Balling, 18
I used to watch him. I liked him.
Charbonnet was my dude. And you got Charbonnet, 18 carries, 110, 2 TDs. Kenneth Walker, 15 for 51. And see, that's the two-back system that we used to have a long time ago. Yeah. Because you'll have games where Charbonnet will go crazy. You'll have games where Kenneth Walker will go crazy. But neither one, you don't ever catch either one of them complaining that one went crazy and the other didn't. They're just like, hey, Zach was on it. He was on it today.
That's what Detroit had last year with
Jahmyr Gibbs and DeAndre Swift.
And Chicago's trying to do that now because Monangai came. Monangai is. We was watching them in college. Yeah.
And cold dude, very cold dude. You take a look at it, of course, 9 for 72. You already know the leading receiver is going to be Jackson Smith and Jigba. That young man is just I need people to remember his name when you're talking about Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. Because JSN quietly is crapping on everybody.
He the truth. He looked for him. I ain't even look at the numbers. I say he go to him 36% of the time.
Yeah, 9 catches, 12 targets.
He looking for him.
Everybody else had so JSN had 12 targets. Look at this. AJ Barner, 3. The next person, you mean to tell me this man quadrupled
everybody else? He is that dude. That's the dude he looking for every time. What do he wear? Number 11?
Yes.
Yeah. He looking for 11.
Here's my thing. Rico Dowdle, what happened, bro? You were on a tear. You were lighting the league up. Now you just calm on down, brother. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
They got hip.
You know, they figured him out. But
he hit the button again, ladies and gentlemen, and I am here for the smoke. Seattle gave us a little bit reading the line. Off when somebody putts before you, you look at their line and see how that ball travel. And hey, Seattle gave us a line read. I'm gonna be on them. It's a big game coming up, so thanks Seattle, or thanks Carolina for the loss. But I see what you're doing there, Seattle. 12 times you went to him.
Now we got the next game. This is another meaningless game. It was the Giants and the Raiders. This is the battle for the number 1 pick. And the Giants seemed to play, and the Raiders did not. And that's all you have to say about that.
We got a quarterback. We ain't worried about it.
So the Giants, honestly, if they're cool, it doesn't matter. They could just pick themselves up an offensive lineman, get themselves that left tackle of the future to be able to make sure that you protect Jackson Dart, because their offensive line is horrible. And Jackson Dart spends a lot of time running for his life. I know next year they'll have Dart fully ready to go, and Scatterboo will be ready to go. And, Scatterboo's hanging out at WWE events, shoving people and stuff,
That's what he looks like. I could see that. Scatterboo. I see a career after wrestling, too.
I could see a WWE match between Scatterboo and George Kittle.
George Kittle, yeah. Wouldn't surprise me one bit.
That might be stretch. Now, this next game up on the docket is the Bills and the Eagles, and that score. And I did watch that game. That was a defensive battle. That's all it was. That was a defensive battle. I'll even give y'all the numbers just to show that. Like, look, you see the scores, so you already know how that works. You see that both teams. So the Buffalo didn't score until the end. They were held scoreless the whole game. And
they had to know.
Phillips, that is a young monster in the making. Jalen Phillips himself was out there killing people. The man had 1 sack, but he was in that backfield. He was everywhere. They sacked Josh Allen 5 times. The Hunt got him twice. Phillips got him once. Ojomo got him once, and then Jalen Carter got him once. So both Jalen's had a sack.
Imagine that.
These dudes were out there. This was a defensive game, and look at it. Where did all of this come from? Kicking. Jake Elliott did his thing.
And it was bad weather out there. It's up in Buffalo.
They tried to go for the 2-point conversion instead of kicking the field goal to go to overtime. And it bit them in the butt. They couldn't get it done. Like, it was a lot, man. It was a lot.
Me and my cousin have different philosophies on that, man. He always believed, first and foremost, I think you got to provide context. How did you get back into the game?
Mm-hmm.
Or all those little things matter. But if it come to kicking the field goal and taking the tie and going to overtime, or just playing winning it, I leave it up to my players. If they come to me, if I look into their eyes and say, look, if this goes the way it's supposed to, we're gonna score.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all want to win it, or do you want to go into overtime? And if they looked at me and said, let's win this thing, that's what we gonna
roll with. Yeah. I agree, because there are sometimes, like, to me, there are sometimes where I feel like I wish Kyle Shanahan would do things like that. But unfortunately, our head coach is a little too egotistical to leave, decisions in the hands of others. Like for me, there'd be times where I'd be looking at him like, yo, man, look, a good word from you real quick would help right now. When your players are down and they're not, and they're not doing so well, you don't just start yanking guys. You in those moments where things are happening, you pull the team together. Hey, man, look, this is what we got to do. We got to figure this out. A couple of kind words will work. With a little bit of aggression in them will definitely settle up. Our game, I mean, I've done my post game show on this already, so I'm not going to delve too deep. All I'm going to say is 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, and we set a record for most tied leads in the game. If you want to,
I think, we were tied like most.
Yeah, we literally, it went 7-7, 14-14, 21-21, 28-28, 35-35. Like it literally, we set a record because it had never been done in a regular season game.
It was a great game. To people who don't like the Bears or the 49ers, it was an excellent game. It was what you want to see on prime time. But
this was great for the offenses, but both defenses. Both defenses all bad. You don't ever want to give up either number, 38 or 40.
No. But we had some things that we can hold our hat on. Is this? I did see a couple times our linemen got their hands up. We batted a couple of balls.
I believe it's Clea Davis. I think Samuel. We had let's see.
Those scores that they had first and foremost. Brock gave them. We spotted them 7.
Literally, the defense. So technically speaking, they only scored 28 points on offense.
Now and then they had the free play where one of our guys jumped off sides. We thought it was stopped and Caleb hit him. And then I had a bogus referee call that Bethune was tackling a young man and they called it a chop block on because there was a lineman near him.
Yep.
And I'm like, who the hell does that?
Yeah, when I watched that replay, I was confused by that, but it kind of was what it was. But speaking of our guys getting our hands up, we had 5 passes defense. Tatum Bethune had 1. Jair Brown had 1. Mustafa had 1. Alfred Collins had 1. So there you go, right there.
I think it was Kalia Davis.
Kalia Davis had 1 as well. I don't know why they didn't mark his, but he definitely had 1. I watched him bat a ball down. So of course we didn't get home. We would like to, but we did have 4 TFLs in the game. They only got home once. And this kid right here actually is a superstar. I got to give a lot of love to Austin Booker. I like that kid.
Oh, Booker, he tore up.
Booker, he is definitely Bears fans. You got one.
Yeah.
Every now and then you got to get a dude. You got to get a guy. There's got to be somebody. I think Austin Booker is that dude for y'all, man. He played his butt off. He was the one that had me worried all night. I kept looking for him. I was like, where's 94 at? I need to know where he is in proximity to my quarterback because he's a little too close and I don't like it.
Now coming into the game, Dion, when I looked at him, man, I went back 2 or 3 games. Number 9, Jaquan Brisker. He plays strong safety. He's really, really active, and he hits all of the categories from passes defense to tackle for losses. And Nashawn Wright, I like him too. They got pieces up there. They got pieces. Tell you this.
Do you know why I know who Jaquan Brisker is?
Why?
Breezy. He wouldn't shut up about him a couple years ago when we were talking about the draft.
He's sweet. He's sweet.
There are literal players in the league. When I hear their names, I think of Breezy straight up because he will go to bat for the players he wants.
Yeah, man.
He wanted Brisker. I believe there was somebody else. I think he's either a Commander or a Falcon or something like that. Like there are a bunch of players, bro. That I'll hear these names and I immediately be like, yeah, I remember.
It's one up in Philly. I rolled hard, man. I wanted Makuba, Andrew Makuba out of University of Texas. It's some good ball players out here. Sometimes they don't go to the 49ers, but I know a good ball player when I see one.
and look at this. Now the kicking was 100% on both teams, but the beauty of us was we didn't need Eddie P to kick no field goals. And
this is true.
I'm gonna say this, man. Thomas Morstead had 2 punts. I ain't never seen a punter so damn energized,
so excited, right?
Bro, he was his first punt. He ran down the field.
He was on coke,
bro.
Not literally, but he, bro, man, he's infectious. Yeah,
I got wait. You really mean coach? Stop playing with me. Are we really punting? Don't do this.
Yeah, because we haven't we didn't the whole month of December. And he was like, "What? A punt?"
He turned around like, I can do. I get to? And I mean, as a team, you love that. You want that. That is a great thing. This game, however, was a barn burner. This one, man. I'm telling you right now, this game is crazy. Like super duper crazy, man. It was straight up insane. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa, this is going straight insane. I loved every second of it. It was a great game. It brought me some joy because I was like, I haven't seen, like a hardcore one in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But these dudes, they did everything they were supposed to do. And the Falcons looked like they was going to get a game away at the end. And that was really pissing me off because I'm like, you have them beat. Everything is cool. You got them sold up. Don't give this game away. And they started to. And look at this, man. You had the Rams pretty much all through you cut them. You shut them out the first half. They didn't exist. And then they just exploded in the second half.
Made them adjust. They went in there. But they got right.
It's right here. 3 interceptions.
Kills you.
And I believe he threw a couple last week too. I'm not mistaken. Matter of fact, while we look at it, I want to see because he had 3 interceptions in that game, and they're on a 2-game losing streak right now because the Seahawks they lost some close ones as it pertains to it. And no, he didn't throw no interceptions. Okay, so no interceptions in that other game. But when you take a look at it, man, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. That just tells me that the Falcons defense was on top of things, and they definitely were. As I was watching, they were doing it. Kirk Cousins out there looking real pedestrian, 13 to 20, 126 yards. Now, who didn't look pedestrian was Bijan Robinson.
Bijan is a beast.
That man ran everywhere. That's why I told you that breakaway run that he had, all he needed to do was what he did, and it's keep looking forward and don't look back. I have seen track runners literally break a leg or skin their body up because they looked back to see who was by them, or even just shifting their head a little bit. When you are running, you are sprinting, you never look back or even turn your head. Your eyes are your guide. Your peripheral vision is all you have. You do not need to be looking back. If you look back, you will fall. And believe me, I've done it.
This is what they should do. Look up at that Jumbotron.
That's all you gotta see.
Look up at that Jumbotron.
I can tell you, I've seen CMC do it. I've literally watched him do it. Like he literally will be running, and I'll see his eyes do this.
Yeah,
and then he'll keep running
behind you. Look, yeah, you can see it's like a rear view mirror. It's like the newfangled cars with all the stuff.
If you see dude looking like he's ready to dive, you can time that little jump.
Mm-hmm.
That way you don't get tackled or your feet don't get tangled up. But in this game, you know what I'm saying, Puka Nacua didn't really do a lot, 5 for 47. Leading pass catcher was Xavier Smith. Nobody even knows the hell that is. Of course, for the Falcons, the only person that really mattered here was Bijan Robinson. I mean, the man had over 200 yards from scrimmage and 2 touchdowns, and he led the team.
They are, Dion. I said this on my show.
Mm-hmm.
The Atlanta Falcons have all the groceries and ingredients. They just ain't got the recipe.
Yeah.
If you look at them and say, hey, I got a runner who can go for a home run. I got a receiver side who can give you 100 yards. I got a tight end who's all world. I got a couple of quarterbacks who can play ball, decent offensive line. I got defensive players that I drafted and make these. They just can't put it all together. They're you ever seen people got all the ingredients for gumbo? They got the peppers, they got the andouille, they got the shrimp,
they got it all.
They got but they can't cook.
Oh yeah, they put it all in the pot and just give it to you and go, that's gumbo.
No, y'all ain't do something right.
It's different things that we got to do.
Atlanta got everything in the building, but just can't come up with the recipe.
Well, I mean, hell, look, they got the 3 sacks. You had Leonard Floyd get one, Rook got one, and then you had Brandon Dorlus get one. And then look at this, Zane Gonzalez. You got to make every kick. If he makes that extra kick, this isn't as close. And you force them to be able to have to score a touchdown rather than just kick a field goal and take it to OT. So even though they won, that extra kick will give you just that much cushion, and it forces them to have to score. So that's why I say kickers matter, people. Kickers do matter.
Kickers do matter.
But what I will do is me and TD going to jump into this, and then I got to get out of here because I got to go get ready for work. But I did want to talk about these playoffs, man. It is definitely so. I misspoke on my last show when I said Denver might not, or not necessarily on the show, but just in general when I said Denver might not really care about this week, but they will because the number 1 seed is on the line. Because right now New England can snatch it. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to worry about Jacksonville. They ain't even got to worry about Houston.
New England is very dangerous. New England concerns me. I've been watching them all year. They're very dangerous.
Okay, yeah, it's Patriots and Dolphins, so it's a divisional game. So for the Broncos, bodes well. Divisional game, you could possibly do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? The Dolphins could sneak this one away. They could. I'm telling you that right now. The Dolphins could sneak that one away. And who do the Broncos play?
Where are they playing? Are they playing in Miami or New England?
No, they I'll double check that. So the Broncos are playing the Chargers, but I believe the Broncos are at home, so they're in Denver. So that's another divisional game. That's going to be a barn burner as well. For the Patriots, where are they at? They're at home. So
yeah, it's over. They're gonna beat. Yeah. If it's 40 degrees, Miami can't beat.
Yeah, nah. Miami don't do good in inclement weather.
Now, if they were traveling to Miami, you got a big shot.
Mm-hmm.
You got a big shot.
So the Ravens and the Steelers are going to fight for that division. So that's a fight for the 4th spot. But to be honest with you, I want you to give me a sleeper. But I already said my sleeper earlier in the show. It's the Texans. If there's a sleeper in the AFC, it is the Texans. And I think teams are not paying attention, and they're going to be that one team that's going to catch you slipping.
Dion, I got to agree. I love defense, and these guys are, I think they 15 points per. Mm-hmm. And that's on line with Super Bowl teams. Mm-hmm. That's Super Bowl defense, man.
Yeah.
Points per game, they not what you want.
Yeah. They got us too.
And they're pretty solid. They're pretty solid at quarterback. I like the kid. He's not setting the world on fire, I know, but he's so respectful and manageable and mannerable.
Very humble.
He's got a humble kid with really good mindset of not getting too up, not getting too down. Mm-hmm. It won't make bad decisions. They got a nice little formula there. Houston would be my sleeper pick too. With New England, I think New England, man.
Yeah.
I think them Patriots gonna be there.
This is what I will say. My sleeper is the Texans, and I'm gonna give you a team that has to win. It's Buffalo.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You have to. If you possibly get into the playoffs with no Lamar, no Joe
No
Burrow,
Patrick Mahomes.
no Patrick Mahomes in your way.
He feeling the pressure, dude.
Bro,
That's all the pressure in the world. This supposed to be this supposed to be you. And pressure bust pipes.
I'm telling
or
you.
make diamonds.
Or make diamonds. You better hope it's diamond. But that's what I would say for the AFC. For the NFC, of course, the battle for the number one spot will be decided this weekend on Saturday. We will have that. No other team can get it. So we literally are either number 6 or we'll be number 1. That's pretty much our options.
There is no option to me. You know what we gotta do.
Yeah, number one. Number 1 is it.
Because of that late buy.
Mm-hmm.
We would have 2 buys in 5 weeks.
That's true, and that'd be great.
Home field throughout, and including a 3rd buy.
Because of the Pro Bowl, then the Super Bowl,
and then the Super Bowl. Dion, this sets up for a team who's trying to get their stuff straight, who's been injured, who the devil has stole a lot from them, and it's working out to where we're getting it all back. I just leave it at that. I take back what the devil stole from me.
Amen. So the funny thing is so this weekend has a lot of battles for divisions. So the Panthers and the Bucks are going to battle for the division. As far as that goes, whoever wins that has the 4 seed locked up. But what I will tell you is, the funny thing is, in the AFC, you see a team that needs it. I'm going to say in the NFC, the sleeper for me is the Bears. That's the sleeper.
I can see that.
I think it's the Bears, and I think that's what's going on, and I think that's where it has to be. I think it's the Bears that are the sleeper. I would have to say a team that should take advantage and does need this because we don't have Mahomes in our way anymore is us. We got to if there is a moment in time where the 49ers must do this. It's now.
Yep.
We need to go into 2026 and we need to take that Lombardi.
Yeah.
It's already in our house. Because Saturday sets up so much. Saturday literally for us is one of the biggest games in the time that, we've been watching football. We could literally not go anywhere. Could you imagine, the wives, the kids? I don't got to go across the country, baby. I'm at home.
Staying at your house.
You get to see Dad every day. Dad is home.
Yes, sir. That's a beautiful thing. That whole Super Bowl week, everybody's in town.
I'll tell you, like families in general right now are increasingly happy. Because why? If this happens, I don't need to go anywhere. I don't have to pick these kids up and travel. I don't have to make travel, plans. I don't have to catch a flight. I don't have to sit at the airport. I don't have to drive. I don't have to do anything. All I got to do is chill. That's all I got to do. And the funny thing? Could you imagine we win the Super Bowl and Brandon Ayuk sitting at home like a dummy? And the thing that pisses me off? He's still on the team, so they're gonna have to give him a ring.
Yeah, if you're on the roster, you get one.
This is what I would tell you. There are former players, that deserve a ring over Brandon Ayuk. Patrick Willis need one. Joe Staley need one. Frank Gore should have an honorary one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those 3 dudes played for this franchise year in, year out, did everything they were supposed to do. They didn't come with the crybaby stuff. They didn't get stupid. They didn't pull stunts. They didn't do any of that. They went out there But their head down and did everything they could do.
I would chalk it up to youth, man, but I don't know. It's just some I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And I like Brandon. Before. I do. I was real hard on him, man, before. He might have some things going on or some emotional anxieties or something. He's always been a little quirky, but I could work with it. But I was kind of getting out on him when he had that B-roll of the Washington Redskins, and he posted that on his Instagram and stuff. Man, Brandon, what are you doing?
Let me tell you this. If Brandon Ayuk gets cut and he winds up in Washington back with Deebo Samuel, I'm just gonna look and be like, oh, that's just Washington 49ers.
Yeah. Oh, they did Washington 49ers anyway. Yeah. They're built the same, you know. You got Mac.
Built the same, and I think
Peters,
GM
Adam Peters up there, you know. And Washington probably could say the same thing. My cousin's a big Washington fan. They started off with Kyle Shanahan. They know about Kyle Shanahan. They know about Trent Williams.
Mike and Kyle.
Alfred Morris has been here and there. We you know, that's our brother, sister, East Coast, kinda, you know.
Yeah.
So
it
happens.
But I will say that I think that if we win this game on Saturday, because I'm going to the bar Saturday night. I can't be in the house and watch that game. My wife would kill me. I'd get us kicked out and we'd be fined for noise ordinance and all kinds of stuff. Because I already know I'm going crazy. You know, we literally got some new neighbors. So we got brand new neighbors literally on Sunday. And I told them, I was like, hey, I'm just gonna tell y'all ahead of time, Sunday Night Football, I might be a little crazy. And he looked at me, he said, and they had to have a son. He probably got to be about maybe 2-3 max. And he looked, he said, this little dude keep me going so much, I probably won't even notice anything happening. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But
when you have to apologize in advance, Dion,
look,
it's weird.
I just want people to know.
Yeah.
Because there are several Niner fans that live in my complex, and then there's a Charger fan that lives very close because I heard him when they was on Monday Night Football. I heard him loud and clear. So I know he close. But it's just we have an opportunity that we haven't had ever. And 49er fans, young and old, and all of the people that I've met literally through the internet doing podcasting, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Paul Hope over there on the other side of the pond, keeping everything going for the Niners.
Shout out Paul Hope. Paul Hope over there.
Bro,
on the other side of the pond.
Yes, he's on the other side of the pond. We love him. He's definitely a great guy.
Good dude.
We have the opportunity to give these dudes a W at home. See, TD, we have the luxury of having seen our glory. A lot of these cats that I've met have not seen the glory. They've only heard about it and went back and watched it. They didn't get to witness it in real time.
Boy, ain't nothing like it.
Perfect moment to give it to them, man.
Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it. And I want it for them as
much as it was for us.
If y'all would have seen me in 88, 89, 90, going through them dorms at Chowan University, when we put up them 55, and I put money on it that we would beat them by 35. When we beat them by 45, man, it just won't nothing you.
Yes, sir.
I think that's the problem. I might have used up all our credits. I was incorrigible. I was intolerable. Mm-hmm. I didn't like myself.
Yeah.
Oh, the other 31 didn't. They didn't want to see.
Yeah. You ain't gonna get me to shut up. It's gonna be a blast. But I'm gonna get out of here because I got to get to work.
All right, my brother.
Hanging out with your boy TD.
It is always a pleasure, my brother. Anytime.
I will say this: there are Christians around the world that are being persecuted for their faith. What I want you guys to do is understand, stay strong, continue to keep strong in your faith. God loves you, we love you, and God will always protect his children. Anyone that is doing wickedness will be punished. And I'm telling you right now, there's never an issue to be a Christian or a Catholic. Continue to love God. Continue to express your love for God. Never let them stop you from celebrating anything that has to do with God, whether it be Easter or Christmas, you know what I'm saying, or Christ's resurrection. Continue to praise the Lord, and the Lord will continue to bless you. Never be scared and fearful in your faith. Be just as strong as you are in your faith in everything that you do in your life. If you put God first, he will lead you to the promised land. You just must have, I always say this, there is prayer and action, people. You don't pray and sit on your hands. You pray and you get to it. Because as
Amen.
Because as you're praying and you're getting to it, God is opening the doors for you because you asked. So continue to be strong in your faith, no matter where you are. We love you. We appreciate you. We will always be there for you. I want everybody to have a blessed day. I want everybody to have a blessed week. Continue to do whatever it is that you do that makes you great. Continue to help the people around you. Continue to love the people around you. You know what I'm saying? And continue to keep watching this channel. Just gonna throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? Watch the channel. Tell somebody, and another somebody. You know what I'm saying? And TD, let them know where they can find you, my good brother.
Terrordome, just at Terrordome, TARRER, as in art and entertainment, as in above everything, the A and the E. I am available. I'm out here. I'm gonna jump on a little bit of everybody. I try to make great content and make great relationships with people of substance. Yes. Be a Golden Domer, like and subscribe. We out here for everything. Amen.
There we go. And with that, go Niners.
Go Niners.